Hello, welcome back. My name is Emily, and this is Emily on a Budget, and I'm so glad to have you here joining me for December. It is our first cash stuffing of December. I apologize for my voice. I am on the tail end of being sick, and it is starting to come back. Thank God. Quick rundown about me. I already said my name's Emily. I'm 34. We live in Michigan. I have my husband, 2 kids, a dog, and a bunch of chickens. And we are debt-free, which, a funny story to tell you, my little gnomes are trying to fall over. We're debt-free. My husband does have a little bit on his credit card that needs to be paid off. But 'tis the season of Christmas bonuses for him. And I had quite a confusing start to my budgeting morning. I'm filming this on Wednesday. Hopefully it will be up for you guys on Wednesday. Excuse me, my voice really is struggle busing. But when I went to run through our budget to break down I knew what my numbers were going to be to stuff today, but when I went through it, I was ending up with an extra $1,000+ in my budget, and not gonna knock it, okay. But then I looked twice and I saw that my husband had 2 separate payments from his company. And I was like, oh, fudge. Did they pay him twice and mess up? And it's December. This is not the time to be messing up. We're so close to the year end. And then I realized, I was like, oh, it's probably a bonus. So I called him. I was like, did you get a Christmas bonus or something? So he got an attendance bonus, which isn't it nice? Go to work, get an attendance bonus. That's just called my paycheck because I'm self-employed. I don't get an attendance bonus. I just get my paycheck. But yeah, he got a very nice Christmas attendance bonus, and it's gonna go pay off more than half of his credit card. So thankful for that. But it definitely threw me for a loop this morning when I was trying to figure out the budget and figure out where I magically came up with $1,000+ more dollars. So it was entertaining. Today we are cash stuffing $555. This is not just cash stuffing money. This is also rollover from groceries and Thanksgiving. I stuck the Thanksgiving money over here just to make it simple on myself. And we had 120 rollover from groceries, and then 85 or something, 80 something from Thanksgiving. So I just evened it out to be, I think it's almost 200 on top of my regular 50 for beef. So let's get started here. Beef, we get a cow share usually once a year, half a cow, and it's about $2,000+ so I try to budget for that. So this is getting 165 and then 85 as well. So I might have confused myself a little, so just bear with me. So it's getting its usual 50, I know that. And then it's getting a 10 and a 5. I wrote it down in 2 separate places because one was coming from the bank and one was coming out of Thanksgiving. So that's why I confused myself. So this is also getting 20, 40, 60, 85. There we go. And at the end of this month, I'm pretty sure we will have enough to move it over to Ally and put it there. Why did I stick that 50 at the back? There we go. Okay, so 150 there, and then everything else can go behind. Trying really hard not to catch anything on fire. I'm using some candles to try to bring a little more light into the situation. I've got my Fraser fir candle there, and then just a pillar candle. Trying to help myself out. So beef has 500 in the bank, and now in the envelope has 1, 2, 253, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 450. Is that right? No. Is that 350? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let's recount that, shall we? Goodness, this is not a great start. So 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 450. I was right. Oh, we're even going to be above budget. Awesome. Okay. We're getting there. My brain is starting to fire. We'll get there. My kids are upstairs watching a movie right now because we have been doing Christmas school, and today we made our gingerbread dough. We read the gingerbread man story. I made gingerbread dough, but I needed to film this before we start cutting out and baking the gingerbread. And in my family, we put little holes in the top so you can lace it with pipe cleaner and hang it on your tree. You generally don't eat those ones afterwards, but they are edible. Like, we eat half of them, and then half of them are decorations. We're big fans of, like, edible decorations in my family. Kids is getting a 5. We also put candy canes up on our tree, and we definitely snack on them all year long, or all season long. Like, I will find my kids just grabbing one off the tree, or I grab one off the tree. So yeah, that's us. Do you guys do anything unique or fun like that? Kids now has 10, 20, 25, 30. This is just their yes money. If they're like, can we get donuts? Can we get McDonald's? Can we blah, 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 blah. If there's yes money, then it's probably a yes. Memberships is getting a 20. Our Henry Ford membership is coming due this month. That's about 300 something. So memberships has 100, 200, 250, 320, 340, 360. We have 117 in the bank of that. So really that's about 470 something in memberships. Birthdays is getting its 20. Gets 20 every week. And we are stockpiling right now. We don't have a birthday till the end of January. And then after that birthday, there's a birthday every 2 weeks. So we need to stockpile this pretty well. Birthdays now has 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 350. $350 in birthdays, which is great. Yeah, I told my kids they were lucky I was born in September because otherwise we'd never have cake any other time of the year other than winter. Hair and nails is getting 40. I do need to unstuff this a little bit. I have not fully gone through my Black Friday sales breakdown of what I spent on myself. I took out what I spent on Christmas because I moved the Christmas money from Ally over into our active bank account, like our checking account. And then I pulled that out today, so you'll see that in the Christmas envelope. But I did not go through yet and calculate the Black Friday sales I did for myself. Like, I get my shampoo and conditioner on Black Friday sale. What else do I get? I got some makeup. But yeah, I try to do my stock up when I know it's actually cheaper and like a good deal to do it, which Black Friday, they usually do a pretty good deal. And that will last me until next year. So hair and nails, it will get a bit of a ding, but, and obviously this is also gonna pay for my massage this next month. So hair and nails has 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160. I don't think I said it earlier. I am a massage therapist. That is my trade, and I work part-time, full-time. It's kind of hard to explain. As a massage therapist, you don't really work full-time hours. You work hours that your body can handle. Now in massage school, they tell you that's about 30 hours a week. Bull. It's about 20 max if you want to last and have a long-lasting career over a 10-year time period. I also work with my feet. I do ashiatsu massage. So I use my feet to provide deeper pressure, which really saves my hands. If I was still doing deep tissue just with my hands, I would probably be done doing deep tissue by this point. Like, I'd probably be retired from massage at this point, which is why I chose ashiatsu, and I do that. I do occasionally do hands-on because I enjoy it, but I do mostly barefooted work. But because of that, it is a very hard job on your body. So I get massage for myself. So that's what that envelope is. And yes, there are new envelopes coming. I have not had time. I was so sick. I have this like cough, cold, weird thing going on where I lost my voice. And then I've been taking a medication and I upped it just the tiniest bit to see if it would like give me an adverse reaction again. And sure enough, spent Sunday morning puking my guts up from the stupid medication. So that was frustrating. It is what it is. I think we are done with that medication, though. I'm gonna have to swap it onto something else or just give it up. And we'll see. We'll see what we think from there. But yeah, that was just horrendous. I was glad my husband was home. Sunday's our church morning, and so we live in Michigan. We had a massive snowstorm come through. They weren't really sure how little was gonna hit us. So out of precaution, hold on one second. My daughter needs me. All right. Sorry about that interruption. Where was I? Oh, our church just canceled first service and just held second and third. And I was like, great. And I rolled back over in bed. It was like, as I'm dying. Thankfully, as odd as this sounds, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I can do this. Okay. We homeschool our kids. Hence why we're in the midst of Christmas school and baking gingerbread cookies. We still need to do spelling today. That is on the agenda. Not thankfully, I had hyperemesis with both my kids, so I'm really good at puking, which is not a skill you want to be great at, but I don't really moan and groan about it. I get it over with and we move on. And I know with the medication that it will only last so long, so I just kind of keep trying sips of drinks to see if my stomach's done revolting against me. And then usually by about like 6 hours, I'm fine and I can eat again. Medical is getting 20. This is the third time now it's happened with this medicine, which is why I'm saying like, okay, I think we're done. Because I can go on a lower dose. It doesn't really work as well. We'll figure it out. Medical got 20, and this pays for chiropractic. I am going to have to order contacts for myself. I need to schedule an appointment with a new doctor in town. So I'll have a copay, $25 copay for that. We're very blessed. We have a no deductible on our insurance. Our paycheck might be smaller, but our deductible is non-existent, which is great when you have a child who has medical needs. That cutie patootie who was in here just a few seconds ago. So medical now has 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 190, 195, 205. Yep, $205 in medical. That is great. I have a chiropractic appointment this Friday, so 50 of that will be gone. This is piano lessons, and we are doing all 4 piano lessons this month, which is great. So that's already in here for that month, and then I'm going to pull 25. This will get us started for our January payments for piano lessons. So piano now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 105, 110, 115, 120, 125 for piano. And then Emily's spending, this is just a little extra spending cash for me, which I might pull out of this too for my hair stuff, just so I don't have to completely deplete hair and nails. So this now has 10, 20, 30 for myself. And then Jason is my husband. He is getting a 10. And he has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in his. He doesn't really come in the envelopes, which is why this is starting to build up for him. But honestly, that's a good thing. It'll probably be better if I just hand him like a $100 bill and be like, here, you saved up 100, good job. My poor little gnomes are not going to make it through this video. I love gnomes. Nope, that's not a safe place either. They're not really safe by the fire, so we're just going to tuck them back there and move on. All right, next binder. Date night is getting 10. It is our 8-year anniversary this year, I believe. I'm pretty sure. We got married in 2017. We got married on December 23rd, and it like went on our honeymoon on Christmas Day, or was it day after? One of the two. So like zero concept of time, because that time period at the end of the year, we're like, what is the day? And then we were in a different country, and just, my husband's always like, was it 2017? Was it 2018? I don't know, because we celebrated New Year's on our honeymoon. So we get a little confused. I'm pretty sure we're 8 years. There's a $100 gift card in there. But this has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160. And then we have 200 in our anniversary envelope. I don't know what we're doing yet. Probably just going out to dinner. We'll find out. Eating out is getting a 20, and that's all it has. The support envelope does not stay full very long. Household is getting, what is household getting? 15. Numbers are starting to spin on the page. Goodness gracious. Okay. Household's getting 15. There we go. And this has 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Babysitting is getting a 10. Oh goodness, I need to condense this. So babysitting now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And because I don't know who's babysitting our kids yet, I just wanted to stock this up a little more. Because we usually have family babysit for our anniversary, but that doesn't always happen. Vehicle maintenance is getting 25. We need to change the oil in both our cars, so this will get depleted soon. This now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 140, 150, 155, 160. And if it has nothing next week, when I'm stuffing it's 25, you will know. Finally got my oil changed. Animals is getting 25. I just bought a ton of chicken food. Excuse me, because it is so cold. We're in like the 20s and 10s, maybe barely hitting 30s some days right now. So our chickens are just going to go through a lot more food, and we got some cracked corn for them and stuff. So animals now has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. So I might pull some of this just to cover what I paid today. Clothing is getting a 10. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. I've not had any cash tips yet, so you have not seen them anywhere throughout this video. The miscellaneous is all set as it is. So let's go to the holiday binder, even though we're not technically in the binder. And while that says Christina's wedding, that's actually Mother's Day. So we have filled Valentine's Day, Easter. We're on to Mother's Day, which is getting 25. And I did not roll Thanksgiving forward. I rolled it over into beef because that's really more of a priority. Like, we'll need beef before we get to Mother's Day. So Mother's Day now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 in it, which is great. I probably want to do about 150, maybe 200 for Mother's Day. My mom's no longer with us, so we don't need to get anything, obviously, for that. I like that my kids do just homemade little cards and stuff. We'll usually go buy some flowers to plant in our garden. And then my husband gets his mom a gift, so we don't need a ton for Mother's Day. Christmas. This is where we're sitting after Black Friday sales and me doing a little bit of shopping. I'm not going to talk too much about it because my kids can hear me, and I know family members follow me, so I don't want to tell what we've gotten them. So Christmas is sitting right now, which I'm pretty impressed. We had 1,500. That's what our starting numbers was. And I put my 125 in for this month. So 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, $1,098 is sitting in Christmas. I'm pretty much done for my kids. I'm pretty sure my husband's almost done for me because I went and did my own book shopping for him. He got me a lovely first edition, but with a signed author of one of my favorite series. Excuse me again. So I know we need to do my brother-in-law, my brother, my sister-in-law, and then Jason's parents. And then we'll see where we're sitting after that. This is our anniversary money that has 200 in it, and then New Year's Eve has 100. And that is it for holidays. That is it for everything. That's our cash stuffing for the first week of December. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great first week of the year. Or week of the year. Goodness gracious, Emily. Clearly, Christmas has already fried my brain. I should just be done. Happy New Year. Just kidding. I'll see you guys next week for our next cash stuffing. Bye.